VDI Insights. Real-time insight into the challenges we face daily and the value-driven principles we use to overcome. Here's Tim Murphy.
I had to get on. I just had to get on right now because I'm so excited about house hacking and house hacking short-term rental using your own personal residence. Why am I so excited about that? Because at the end of the day, when we launched the Value-Driven Investor and we thought about the Value-Driven Investor community, the number one problem that I really wanted to solve, that Bob and I really wanted to solve, was how do we get people started investing in real estate? What is the simplest, the easiest way to get people started investing in real estate? Because if we can get them started, then the next thing you know, Murph, they're going to be doing projects just like you. The next thing you know, they're going to be doing projects just like Shane. The next thing you know, they're going to be doing stuff that they never thought was possible. And that's why I'm so excited, because house hacking, a short-term rental, a vacation property, Airbnb, a VRBO.com, whatever you want to call it. If you take your personal residence and you stage it for the experience, and if you think about revenue by design, well, at the end of the day, just like Bob, he took his property, this little rundown property that he bought. It started off only making $150 a night. It was beat up. It was maybe semi-ugly, especially on the outside, and Bob will admit it. It was semi-ugly on the backside in the backyard for the outdoor experience with beat up grass, just a deck, boring. The inside, it looked pretty good because Bob had remodeled the inside of the house. He had designed the kitchen with purpose. He created an open concept. He had the Pinterest house, but still it wasn't done, and he knew it wasn't done. He lived there. And for 4 years, he slowly improved the property. He slowly thought about revenue by design. He slowly staged and designed the property to create an experience. And in that podcast episode, where we show you a video of his house, we show you pictures of his property, it just puts a smile on my face, because I really looked at it and I said, you know what? People can do this. If people said, you know what, I'm going to buy this beat up house because this is what I can afford. I'm going to start chipping away at it one piece at a time, and I'm going to try to take this little one-story home and I'm going to turn it into a revenue stream. And when I think I have it fixed up just enough, I'm going to rent it out for $150 a month, or not a month, $150 a night. And I'm just going to get people in it. And then I'm going to slowly improve their experience. And just like Bob, I'm going to refinish the front of the house. I'm going to make everything around it maintenance free so I don't have to deal with a bunch of stuff, and it makes it easier on me. I'm going to make sure that the furniture and that the kitchen and that everything that people experience is emotional, because emotions make money. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this backyard into something amazing. And when Bob showed us the backyard, it brought me back to me looking at the computer, looking for vacation rentals for myself, looking for Airbnbs for myself. I mean, he nailed it, because that's exactly what I'm looking for when I'm taking a trip down to Florida, or I'm taking a trip anywhere and I'm going to rent an Airbnb. Like right now, I'm going to go down to Arizona in a week, and I rented an Airbnb, and I literally picked that property. Number one, because somebody had recommended it. Great experience. Number two, the reason they recommended it was because the backyard experience. It had a pool. It had a fire pit. It had all these different things, a sitting area, an outdoor grill, all these things that I'm like, God, that'll be cool. Like, I don't want to just rent a house. I want to rent an experience. And then to think that that could be someone's house, and they left their house, and maybe like Bob, they had a a travel trailer, and they took off and they were like, hey, if you're going to rent my place, I'm going to take off and enjoy some time with my family or whatever it might be. But they had a plan B, and they rented their place out, and they made a profit. And Bob took that house at $150 a night, and in 4 years, he's getting $300, and at peak season, $400 a night. $400 a night. Bob is bringing in a gross revenue of $70-some thousand after all his expenses to have that property, after his utilities and his mortgage and his insurance and everything, which is around $30,000, $35,000. He's bringing in roughly a net revenue on his personal residence of $30,000 extra a year. That's so cool. That's such a realistic strategy for you to use if you're sitting in the survival phase and you're trying to find your way out of it. That's what's got me so excited. So if you have not checked out the podcasts about short-term rentals, part 1, part 2, I urge you to do that. If you're sitting in the survival phase and you're like, gosh, I just want a way to get started in the real estate investing world, you have to check it out. I am so excited about it because I really believe this could be the simplest way to get started for anyone as a real estate investor.
We hope today's insight helps you navigate your value-driven investor journey. If you're sick of being alone and find value in being around like-minded people you can turn to for investing advice, our value-driven investor community was built just for you. Join us at valuedriveninvestor.com.